There are pigs in a laboratory in Indiana playing video games right now. Not metaphorically. Actual pigs, standing in front of a screen, moving a joystick with their snouts, guiding a cursor toward a target, and they're winning. I know how that sounds, but this isn't a joke and it isn't clickbait. The study was done at Purdue University, and what those researchers found quietly shifted the way a lot of people think, not just about animal intelligence, but about the entire business of raising livestock. So let's go back to the beginning. Four pigs, two Yorkshire pigs, two Panepinto micro pigs, trained to nudge a joystick with their snouts and move a cursor on a screen toward target zones. Simple setup. Weird to picture, but simple. And they got it. Not perfectly. Not like you or I would. But they understood, actually understood, that what they were doing with the joystick was connected to what was happening on the screen. That their actions had consequences. That they were in control of something. That's not instinct. That's not a dog salivating at a bell. That's cause and effect. Intention and outcome. That kind of cognitive connection was supposed to be beyond pigs. Primates can do it. A handful of other species. But pigs weren't on that list. Until they were. But here's the part that really got researchers talking. At some point during the study, they removed the food reward. In normal animal behavior experiments, food is everything. Take it away, and the behavior collapses. That's just how it works. The pigs kept playing. Not forever, not as eagerly, but they kept going. And the reason seemed to be the humans in the room. The researchers talking to them, reacting to their performance, encouraging them. The pigs were responding to that, to the social interaction itself. That one detail changed the conversation completely because it meant something uncomfortable. If pigs can learn tasks like this, respond to social cues, understand that their actions matter, then what exactly are we doing with the 2 billion pigs raised for food every single year? Most of those animals live in conditions built around one thing: efficiency. Small spaces, controlled environments, nothing to do, nowhere to go. The logic has always been simple. They're livestock. They don't need stimulation. They just need to eat and grow. Except the evidence has been stacking up for a long time now that this logic is wrong, or at least incomplete. Pigs are smart, genuinely smart. By some cognitive measures, smarter than dogs. They have long-term memory. They can recognize themselves in mirrors, which sounds trivial until you realize most animals can't do it, and it's considered a marker of actual self-awareness. They get bored, they get stressed, and when you keep them in barren, unstimulating environments for long enough, they develop behaviors that in any other context you'd describe as psychological problems. Aggression, repetitive movements, withdrawal. And here's where it stops being philosophical and starts being about money. Stressed pigs grow slower. Bored pigs bite each other, tails, ears, and injuries spread through herds fast. A pig raised in a better environment, with things to interact with, space to move, normal social contact, consistently shows better health, fewer losses, and often better meat quality. So the gap between animal welfare and farm profitability is a lot smaller than the industry has traditionally assumed. Maybe it doesn't exist at all. Some farmers have already figured this out. Enrichment programs, giving pigs rooting materials, more complex spaces, different textures and objects in their pens, are becoming standard in parts of Northern Europe. Denmark, the Netherlands, Germany, places where welfare regulations pushed producers to change, and producers discovered that the changes weren't hurting them the way they expected. And researchers are pushing further. If a pig can learn to operate a joystick, can it learn to interact with systems that control its own environment, signal when it's too hot, indicate when it needs water, flag something that might be a health issue before any human notices? There are actual pilot programs testing exactly this. Pigs with some degree of control over their living conditions, and the early results are interesting. Animals with more agency show lower stress, stronger immune response, faster growth. A pig that gets to make small choices ends up being a healthier pig. A healthier pig is a more valuable pig. Pork is a massive industry, hundreds of billions of dollars globally. A few percentage points of improvement in growth rates or reduced herd losses. That's not a small number. That's the kind of number that changes how an industry operates. So what started as a genuinely bizarre experiment, let's see if pigs can play video games, turned into something with real weight. A data point in a slow-moving but real shift in how livestock farming thinks about the animals it raises. The pigs at Purdue had no idea what they were part of. They were just nudging a joystick, trying to hit a target, reacting when a human in the room said something encouraging. But they were making an argument, without knowing it, that they're more than most people assumed, and that farming, real, practical, commercial farming, might actually work better if we start taking that seriously.